Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. This is my Q&A video, question and answer video, where I'm answering questions you guys asked in the last Q&A video. Any questions you have today, go down below, ask me, and I'll answer them in the next Q&A video, okay? First, I want to just say something that I always tell you guys. It'd be great when you ask me questions. Let me know where you're from, and I can let everybody know, because we have subscribers all over the world. So it's pretty cool. People like to know, I do. First, Roxy Bolt from Florida has gone 1 year, as of yesterday, I think. 1 year, no narcissists. Free, out of her life. Congratulations, Roxy. Good fucking job. Good job. That's something to be proud of, and I know you feel a lot better, and know that next year you'll feel even better, okay? And some people might want to ask you questions down there, Roxy. And Roxy has a question. Why do narcissists that fear abandonment end up abandoning their victim? Well, know that whole thing, hurt people. So I can usually tell when I talk to people and they describe their ex to me and they tell me some of the things that they did to them, I can tell what happened to them. You can always tell who's been sexually abused. When a narcissist has been sexually abused, they do weird things sexually. I think this might be the case. You know, their fear of abandonment will make them abandon you, and that's pretty much it. You know, they don't want to be abandoned, so they abandon before you can. That makes sense. The abandonment they received has made them who they are, and that is no empathy, no feelings. So they're going to abandon every relationship and not care without explanation, right? So that's it, Roxy. Good job, honey. Thank you. Anna, my ex says he hated drama. Don't they see they're the cause of all drama? And there again, I mean, you know, it's weird. These guys are fucking weird. They just are. Everything they do, they project onto you. It's just amazing. It's like if you're dating a narcissist and they tell you you're cheating, then they're cheating. If they tell you you're lying all the time, they're lying all the time. If they hit you, they tell other people you hit them. It's just crazy. It's crazy. They love drama. Yes, they do. Especially like borderlines and shit. They fucking love that fucking drama. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And then they'll go and say, oh God, I hate drama. I see that all the time. That is so normal. Why they do it, I don't know. They are blind somewhat. They are somewhat ignorant to who they are. You know, the things that they cause. Vicky Carpenter. Why do they get angry when you're laughing with other people and then ask a million questions? This is so crazy. This is something they do. So, a small child in a household where the parents are fighting, the child will always believe it's them. Because they're narcissists, really, children are, right? They don't empathize, they don't put themselves in other people's shoes, they don't understand the difference between other people and themselves. It's like just them. Everything's them, very center focused. So they believe and we all do, when we're children, when our parents got divorced, we can very much believe that is us and our fault, and they don't like us and they're leaving because of us. And these guys are emotional children. So when you make a joke or something, they might get offended when it has nothing to do with them. Isn't that crazy? Just like when you celebrate something that is, you know, that you're happy about or joyful about, they will try and make that about them as well. Just like when you plan something huge, they will ruin it and make it about them. Just like when you have a great vacation plan, they ruin it and make it about them. Your holiday is when they dump you. They make it all about them. Everything to them is about them. They can't look at other people like that. And so when they see you, if you're off laughing with people, they're going to constantly, they're paranoid. They have no fucking false, weak ego. They believe that you're maybe talking about them, laughing about them. They know they're fucked up. They know they're different than you. They know what they do to you, and they're afraid that you're going to go and tell other people. Second question from Vicky is, why do they think we are laughing at them when we aren't? Well, that's kind of the same question. I'm taking that as the same question. So, or at least I hope I answered it. Doozy from Muskegon, Michigan. My ex had affairs. It's hard to not blame myself. When I question her, she replies that was a long time ago. That was months ago. Then she makes a pass at me and wants to have sex with me. It's bullshit. How do I get over the cheating? How you get over the cheating is the less emotionally you are attached to her, the less you will care. You cannot have contact with her, Doozy. All right? No more asking her questions. You will never get the answer you want. No more contact with her. She will only make you feel like shit. And if you blame yourself about any of this shit, man, something I tell everybody that I help, and I say this a lot on these videos, I'll say it again. Get a huge long piece of paper and a fucking marker and write down every single thing they do, every single bad thing they've done, all the cheating, all the fighting, all the lying, all the money they cost you, all the things you missed out, all the bad credit and bad jobs and whatever it fucking was. Write that shit down and you will have the longest fucking list of shit and you will know you didn't do any of that to her. Do it. It helps. Alright, Doozy? No more contact. Give it time. When you come up with situations that you're confused about, it's really good to talk about each one of these. Not what a therapist tells you to do is stop thinking about them, stop talking about them, focus on you. Well, you are focusing on you because you need to make sense of everything that happened right in here. Because it doesn't make fucking sense. Not when you're in it. And sometimes years after you're out of it. So you talk about this stuff, you process it, and you see each and every scenario that you're upset, confused, guilty about. You see it all the way through the end. You talk about the whole fucking thing, and you come up with what you believe is the truth. So that every time you think of that situation, you already know what the truth is. It helps. It really, really helps. Okay, Doozy? Heather Lynn. Do narcissists actually believe that we are supposed to be happy with them? Yes, they do. They are omnipotent. They believe they are godlike. They believe that you are beneath them and every single second they spend with you is valuable and you better realize that. And the second you stop realizing that, they will punish you, right? Alicia Robertson from Canada. In your opinion, which cluster B is the worst? Well, usually I think people would want to say antisocial personality disorder because these are the ones that are anti-society, anti-law, anti-rule. Prisons are fucking stuffed with them, right? 60-70% at least in prisons have antisocial personality disorder. These are the ones that murder, rape, beat, hurt, physical violence. And that's kind of, to me, how I separate narcissism and other cluster Bs. It's once you start breaking the law all the time and getting in trouble and you don't care and you don't have fear response and you don't, all these things, then that kind of slides you from narcissism into antisocial. But borderlines can be god awful. And I'm sorry to some of you borderlines out there. I understand that you guys can get treated and help yourself and get rid of this disorder. You can. Borderline can be treated. And not all borderlines, I believe, have symptoms of or traits of narcissism. I don't believe that. I believe there's borderlines that have empathy and love and remorse and care, and I know some very, very, very nice, special borderline people that are getting better, or now they are better. But when you have that crazy narcissism duo of borderline, that rage will send them into psychosis. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. The threats they give you and the things they say they're going to do to you, believe it, it's real. And the other really harsh thing is, to me, the people, I've been treating people now for a couple years almost, and the thing that I notice the most is the people coming out of borderline relationships seem to be the ones that are the most damaged up here. They're the ones that doubt themselves the most. They're the ones that believe they're crazy, believe they're borderline, believe they're narcissists, all that, like worse than anybody else. So I hope that helps. I think it's a toss-up, depending on the individual, borderline and sociopath, psychopath. Wouldn't want to be around any of them. Jeanette Jordan from California. What if my ex-narcissist wants to introduce me to his new girlfriend? How do I get out of it? Well, normally I'd say tell him to go fuck himself, right? But you have children. Children. I feel so bad for any of you out there that share children with these monsters. It's not co-parenting, it's parallel parenting. It's all kinds of different terms. This is awful, but Jeanette, this is it. This is the time you stand up for yourself. You, at some point, need to let him know where you stand. And that is, I can't stand you. All right? I don't want to talk about anything. Nothing. I don't want my children around you. You're a fucking monster. Okay? I don't want them to be affected by you. I don't want them to be fucked up by you. I don't want them to be anything like you. So, you talk to our children because I have to. I have to. And I don't give a fuck about your new victim. That's what you call her. That's what you call her. You tell him, I don't care about your new victim. I feel sorry for her. You let me talk to her, I'm going to tell her what kind of a monster you are. And I know that makes waves and whatever with children. That's what I would do. I'm telling you the truth. That's what I would do. It's hard for me to recommend what people should do with their own children. I don't know. You're the mother. That's up to you, Jeanette. It's hard to give you people advice like that, but that's what I believe. Without me being in your situation completely, that's what I would do. I would somehow make it clear where you stand, and you don't have to be rude, abusive, bad words, threatening, any of that, like I just did. You can, I'm sure, find a way to let him know you're not interested in his fucking life. And yes, normally you would like to know who's around your children, right? But in this situation, you don't even want him around your children. So who cares about his victim that he abuses? Thanks, Jeanette. Good luck. I'm sorry, honey. Fairuz Nawar. I hope I said your name right. That's the only time I'm going to say it. I'm not going to repeat it. I met someone who is a narcissist but had some characteristics of borderline. What is the difference between covert and BPD? Now, he says covert because he sees so many similarities, and there are. The cluster B is the hardest one to decipher which is which, and who. And you can always tell. It's a lot easier to see that somebody falls into the cluster B, but where is very difficult. Very difficult. Some of the things that are different that I differentiate borderline with narcissist, period, is the fantastic emotional chaos. Some people call borderlines now I can't remember what they say. I say this all the time. I can't remember. It's like constant chaos, you know? It never stops. It never stops. Good times. The good times means it was just after a bad time and just before another bad time. That's the good times. Bad good, bad good, bad good, bad good. Covert narcissists can ride that shit out. They can enter relationships and be pretty fucking maintained for a couple years, even longer, before they really even start abusing you, cheating, lying, any of that stuff. But borderlines, man, that shit happens quick. That, you know, you go into nasty, quick shit real quick, and that nasty high range of emotions and suicidal and just massive attention seeking and massive fear of abandonment, that's where you start getting into borderline. I hope that helps. With love. How does your current girlfriend feel about all of this? And you asked all kinds of questions with love. They're awesome questions. She's doing the interview, and she might have already done it. I don't know. I'm hoping I post it this week, in a couple days maybe. We'll see. And she's going to be answering all the questions you guys asked and some other questions other people asked from other places. And I hope it'll answer all your questions that you have here with love. But how does she feel? She knows about this. She knows what narcissism is. I'm going to let you guys listen to what she has to say about it in her interview. Okay, so stay tuned. Thank you. Bobby P., you've talked about gaslighting. Do you still have doubts? How did you overcome the hard days? I don't have doubts anymore. And that is That is the thing that lasted the longest, was the doubts. You've got nightmares that last really long time, and you've got traces of PTSD, anxiety, social anxiety, stuff like that. Anger, short fuses, but the doubts can last a long, long, long time. And that's why I tell people it's very important to sit with somebody who knows what they're saying, knows what they're doing. Identify what your ex is with them, and never doubt yourself again. Write the list of stuff. That helps with the doubts. I don't doubt at all what my ex is, or what I'm doing, or what I've been through. No more doubts at all. But they did last a very long time. Even when I was, what I thought was 100% sure, still I found myself sometimes going, oh shit, she was pretty nice at that single little moment though. You know, it's like, no. You can't do that. You can't do that. You already know what they are, and that's what they are. You gotta just leave it at that. You can't doubt yourself anymore. I don't, okay? Hope that helps. Okay, Paige, any tips on dealing with the smear campaign afterwards? What they tell your friends and your family? What I tell people is forget it all. Separate yourself from everyone that's in contact with them. Okay, so you don't talk to their family, their friends, and if your friends are in contact with them, you don't talk to your friends, and if your family chooses to be in contact with them, then you don't talk to your fucking family. You get the fuck away from every single one of them. And you don't hear it. You just don't hear it, and you aren't around it. You know it's happening, but fuck it. Pretty soon that shit dies down. They can't talk shit forever, or the other people don't want to hear it, especially when you're over, okay? What usually ends up happening a lot of times, Kay, is these people see them for how they really are, for who they really are, once they're no longer with you. And if they keep talking to them, keep seeing them, they see this. The other thing, Kay, is wait till you are not emotionally attached to this anymore. And when you're not, then you can go back and talk to these people about what happened, who they are, okay? And you're not just sitting there going, I felt like this and they did this to me and blah, blah, blah. No, you're sitting there going, they're a narcissist. A narcissist is this. Narcissists cause damage to your brain. He caused damage to my brain by doing this, this, and this. It took me a while to go heal. Now I feel better. You know what I mean? It just goes so much smoother. And fuck the smear campaign. Personally, your friends don't believe you. Fuck them. Your family doesn't believe you. Fuck them. Vanessa from St. Lucia. My ex keeps talking bad about me even though he left me and I've moved on. Why is he so mad and bitter? Common question. Very, very common. The whole smear campaign. Vanessa, these people are angry and bitter way before you. It has nothing to do with you. They hate people. Okay? They're fully dependent on them and they hate them. They hate everybody. They're miserable. They've been abused. They don't trust. They don't love. They don't have remorse. They're sick and disordered fucks. Why is he still mad and bitter? Because he's got something wrong in his head. Okay? He's not mad and bitter about you. He's mad and bitter about life. He never loved you. He doesn't care. He doesn't believe anything. They cannot see what they've done to you. So he doesn't believe he's done that much to you. He knows what he's done is wrong, but he doesn't care. It doesn't bother him. He can only see what you have done to him. Even if it's a full reaction. He hits you, you hit him back. She hit me. She fucking hit me. Hey everyone, she hit me. That's all. They're fucking fucked up. They're fucked up pieces of shit. That's why. And I know it's fucked up. But I'm glad. I'm glad he discarded you. I'm glad you've moved on. That's great. You shouldn't know that he's still mad and bitter anymore. Him or no one he talks to should be in your life anymore. Angel Sky. Why does my ex-narcissist want to hold on to me when he is with his new victim? Because he believes he owns you and can do whatever he wants with you. Right? They believe that you are property and this is mine, and this is mine, and this is mine. They're mine. They're all mine. And if you have these on you, right, and I want them, you're bad, and these are good, and I can do whatever it takes to get these. They don't care. They're just fucked up pieces of shit. Period. Fuad al-Khatani. I hope I said that right. I think I might have. My ex told me if she wanted to kill me, she would kill me in a scientifically woman's way. What does she mean? Well, I mean, who talks like that anyways? Who talks about murdering your loved ones? Borderline, sociopaths, narcissists, that's who. Fucked up individuals. If you want to see a red flag, that is your loved one telling you how they will murder you. Sick. What does she mean in a scientifically woman's way? I'm guessing in a way that she won't get caught. Kind of dissect you like a doctor. And maybe hide your body parts everywhere. She's going to do it very carefully. And scrub her hands clean and wear gloves and get rid of everything very carefully, methodically. That's what I'm guessing. Sick fuck. Glad you're not with her anymore. Shine on, because lots of time has passed. Now, would you ever take a sincere apology from your ex? Absolutely not. I've made it very clear on this channel that I don't forgive people who do this. So I don't forgive anybody who has emotionally abused me or fucked with my head on purpose. I do not forgive them. It's unforgivable. And the biggest thing you have to understand, Shine On, they don't care. They'll never admit to it. They'll never be sorry, even if they say sorry. And I know you know this, and I know your question is, well, what if it was sincere? Everyone's going to be freaking out and saying, oh, no, they're not sincere. They can't. I know. She knows. What if? I don't care. Just want nothing to do with it. Don't want to talk to her again. Don't want a sincere apology from her. I could care less if she is sorry or not. She's a sorry piece of shit, and that's all I do care about. And you even asked, even if she offered you some money and stuff, not interested. I'm not interested in communicating with her. Money, apologies, nothing. She can go to hell. She can stay in the hell she's in. Moving on. No, not moving on. Name is moving on. Talk about how they self-promote and bragging to earn your trust. Yes. I mean, that's obvious. That's what they do. They self-promote. I'm so great. I'm so this. I want to help people. I did this one thing one time that was really great and helped people. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at that. If you need me, I'll take care of that for you. I'll do that for you. You need me to do that for you. Oh, don't worry, never fear. David is here. You know, that kind of shit. Joy Larkin. Why does the narcissist flaunt his new supply, and why does he smear campaign? Well, Joy, 2 reasons he flaunts his new supply. 1, to hurt you. And 2, he must believe that this new person somehow advances him in society. So it makes him look better. Makes him look like he has more money. Like he's more successful. Like he's happier. That's what they care. These people all only care about what they look like. Not how you feel. Only what other people think of us. That's it. That's it. Shallowness, completely. Why does he smear? Because he hates himself. And he knows that what he's done to you is wrong, and he doesn't want anyone to know. He doesn't want you to tell anybody else, and they believe you. So they do it first. People tend to believe the first thing they hear about you. Michael from PA, Pennsylvania. Could you please explore if an overproductive parent is a narcissist or not? Well, overproductive parent. Well, I mean, it's so hard, Michael. The questions like that are just too difficult. I don't know. Is it a trait? Sure. Does it mean they are? No. I don't know how else to really answer that more. If you had more information, maybe I can answer it better for you. Because maybe I'm not answering or understanding it well enough. But traditionally, Michael, I mean, you need so many things to be a narcissist, so you can't just say, does this one thing make them a narcissist? No, not one thing ever makes them a narcissist. There's not one thing that they do or say or think or feel that makes them a narcissist. Never. It has to be, 7 out of 9 traits. And it makes sense. Because it's what you'll do, usually with narcissists, they're almost every single one of them. And to a high degree. So you look at one individual act, does that make him a narcissist? No. Is it narcissistic? Yes. But I could be doing it, you could be doing that, and it does not mean you're a narcissist. Carolina Rose from North Carolina. I always paid more than my ex-husband narcissist. Are they all stingy? Yeah, I mean, they're all stingy. They're fucking horrible with money. They'll fucking make tons of money and blow all their fucking money. But then, your money I want. And they don't give. These people don't do a fucking thing for anyone, don't they? don't they? I mean, you occasionally will find a narcissist that might help people, but beware. I mean, it's not what you think. They're doing it for control. This person now owes me money. I've got them. They're doing it because it looks good, and everyone thinks they are such a great person because they're loaning people money. You know, there's just reasons. Everything they fucking do is for themselves, not you. Even if they do something for you, it's for them. Even if they tell you the truth, they're lying. There's a reason they're lying. They're manipulating you. That's why they're giving you some truth. Sean Blight from the UK. Does it piss the narc off when they discard you and then you block them on everything and go non-contact? Yes, it pisses them off, and I think more so it hurts their ego. They believe that, you know, they were convinced. I mean, they already think that they're so great, blah, blah, blah. But there is a point in your relationship, before, if they discard you, they truly, truly believe that you would do anything for them, that you cannot live without them, that they are so fucking great and fantastic, right? So when they see, they may not care at first because, or even look, they might be with their new supply and la-di-da, everything's so fucking happy and fun, until that shit gets boring or whatever, which, you know, could be a week. And then they go back and look at your shit, and yeah, if they realize you blocked them and gone no contact, that fucking hurts their ego big time. That causes rage. That touches their shame. It makes them feel like they're not worthy. They're not good enough. How the fuck can somebody who knows me so well not want anything to do with me anymore? That's hard for anyone, but them, they can't fucking take it. Toro 2009. What do you think about the autism spectrum in DSM-4? The Asperger's in regards to narcissism and related disorders. Well, Toro, I've talked about this in other videos, and actually maybe I'll put up here, I'll put another video that I made about a murderer who had Asperger's. And basically in the DSM, you know, you said DSM-4 because in the DSM-5 they got rid of Asperger's. They just call it high functioning autism. And autism can damage people. I mean, autistic people can damage other people because they fail to connect and see your emotions and stuff like that. So they have problems with relationships, and they could be damaging somebody and not aware that they're doing it. They constantly seek attention and different things like that. So, I mean, and it's amazing. If you guys see some people with Asperger's, they look and sound like narcissists. I mean, just straight fucking, I'm so great. And this, I mean, it's just amazing. And if you can get a chance to watch the video I just put up there, and it's about a murderer who was in college in Los Angeles and fucking lost it and just started murdering people. It's really interesting. I show lots of video of him, of his own self videos he made leading up to the murders. And this guy's, I mean, if you didn't know very well what Asperger's is and autism, you would just be like, this guy's a fucking straight psychopath. And he may still be. He was never actually diagnosed. This is doctors watching those same videos decided and determined what he is. But yeah, it's a sad disorder, and the high functioning ones can go undetected of having autism because they're functioning. They can function. They seem and act normal, but then they'll do these things where it just seems like they have no fucking empathy, no care for anyone else, and all they can think about is themselves. So it's interesting. It's worth looking into, and I've talked about it before. Maybe I will more in the future. Okay? That does it for this Q&A video. Any questions you have, please go down below, and I'll ask them in the next Q&A video. Please go visit my website, www.daviddemars.com. I've got a cool forum on there, and I talk about some of my services. Please visit my Facebook channel. Follow me, give me a like, support me, guys. I really, really appreciate it so much. Thank you. All right. I love it, and always, always, always love you guys. Love yourself first. Okay? Always love yourself first. Do something for yourself every single day. Do something that is good for yourself. Do something that helps your future. And do something that makes you feel better and feel good and happy every single day. Okay? Thanks, guys. Danny Dog Productions.